Junie. New Agentic AI IDE destroys Cursor and Windsurfer. Today I'm going to show you a new AI coding tool that just dropped from JetBrains called Junie. This thing is different from everything else out there. While everyone is talking about Cursor and Windsurfer, nobody's talking about Junie solving 53% of coding problems on the first try. This is what they call an Agentic AI coding agent. What does that mean? Simple. Instead of just suggesting code when you type, this thing actually thinks, it plans, it executes. But here's the crazy part. While Cursor is charging you $20 a month and Windsurfer is asking for 15, JetBrains is rolling this out to their existing IDE users. And if you know JetBrains, you know they make the tools that the biggest companies in the world use for coding. Now, let me tell you why this matters for your business. And I'm about to show you exactly why Junie might be the tool that changes everything. First, let's talk about what makes Junie different. When JetBrains tested this thing, it solved 53.6% of developer tasks on the first run. That's on something called SWE Bench Verified. It's basically the hardest test for AI coding tools. But the real magic isn't in the numbers. It's in how this thing works. According to JetBrains documentation, you can literally tell Junie, implement CRUD operations for managing bookmarks with a user interface, and it will do everything. It analyzes your project structure, it checks for dependencies, it writes the code, it runs the tests, it fixes the bugs, all without you touching anything. Here's an example straight from JetBrains. They showed Junie building a complete Spring Boot application. They asked it to create a bookmark model and repository. Then they asked it to implement CRUD operations with time-leaf templates and Bootstrap CSS. Finally, they asked it to write integration tests. The whole thing worked perfectly on the first try. But Junie has complete access to all the tools inside your JetBrains IDE. It can run code inspections, it can execute terminal commands, it can navigate your entire project structure. It understands your code at a level. This is not just about coding. This is about competitive advantage. And the businesses that figure this out first are going to leave everyone else in the dust. Now, if you're serious about scaling your business, getting more customers, and saving hundreds of hours with AI automation, you need to check out my AI Profit Boardroom. It's the best place to learn how to actually implement these tools in your business. We currently have over 1,000 members who are using AI to transform their operations. Let me show you exactly how this works. JetBrains built Junie with something they call transparent thought process. What that means is you can see exactly what the AI is thinking and planning before it does anything. It shows you a step-by-step plan, you approve it, then it executes. Junie actually understands your development environment at a fundamental level. JetBrains just announced that Junie now supports GitHub integration. That means you can assign tasks to Junie directly from GitHub. It implements features all while you're working on something else. Imagine this scenario. You're running a development team. You have a backlog of 50 features. Instead of assigning them to junior developers, you assign them to Junie. The AI works through them overnight. Your developers come in the next morning to review and merge. You got your development velocity just tripled. But wait, there's more. JetBrains just updated Junie to use GPT-5 by default. That's the newest model from OpenAI. Most other tools are still running on older models. This gives Junie a massive advantage in code quality and task complexity. Junie comes with JetBrains IDEs, which most developers already have. And if you don't, JetBrains just announced a free tier that includes Junie Access. JetBrains is not just competing on features. They're competing on reliability. When you're building mission-critical applications, you don't want your AI tool to hallucinate. You don't want it to break your code base. You want something that has been tested by millions of developers worldwide. That's exactly what JetBrains brings to the table. They've been building developer tools for 25 years. IntelliJ IDEA powers Android development. PyCharm is used by data scientists everywhere. These tools are battle-tested in production environments. So when JetBrains builds an AI agent, it's not some startup trying to figure things out. It's a company that understands exactly what developers need and how to build it right. Now, here's where this gets really interesting for business owners. JetBrains just announced something called Model Context Protocol support. Without getting too technical, this means Junie can connect to external data sources, your databases, your API, your file systems. What does this mean for you? It means Junie can understand your business logic, not just your code. It can make decisions based on your actual data. It can build features that integrate with your existing systems. This is not just code generation. This is business automation at scale. And here's something. JetBrains is rolling out remote development support for Junie. That means your team can work on the same project with the same AI agent from anywhere in the world. Think about the implications. Your development team becomes location independent, Your AI agent becomes a shared brain that every developer can tap into. Your entire development process becomes more efficient and coordinated. But here's what really excites me about this. JetBrains is not just building a tool, they're building a platform, they're integrating Junie with their entire ecosystem of IDEs. IntelliJ for Java, PyCharm for Python, WebStorm for JavaScript, Goland for Go, Rust Rover for Rust. And if you want to see exactly how to implement these AI tools in your business, we have a complete SOP and process inside the AI Money Lab. There's a link in the comments and description with over 100 different use cases. You'll see how we show a checklist of 100 different tutorials that we give away as freebies every day inside the school feed. You can get all the video notes from there and all the other training materials in the AI Money Lab. On top of that, we have over 19,000 members because people want to be part of something bigger than themselves. Now, let me address the obvious question. Is this actually better than Cursor and Windsurfer? Here's my honest take after looking at all three. Cursor is great for quick prototyping and simple projects. It's fast, it's easy to use. But when you're dealing with complex multi-file changes, it struggles, it loses context, it makes mistakes. You spend more time fixing its mistakes than you save. Windsurfer is better at maintaining context across files. Their cascade feature is impressive, but it's still a relatively new company trying to figure out enterprise-grade reliability, and their IDE integration isn't as deep as what JetBrains offers. Junie, on the other hand, has the backing of a company that's been perfecting IDE technology for decades. When Junie makes a code change, it understands the ripple effects across your entire project, it runs inspections, it checks for conflicts, it maintains code quality. But here's the thing that really sets Junie apart. JetBrains isn't trying to replace your development workflow, they're trying to enhance it. Junie works with the tools you already know and love, it integrates with your existing CI/CD pipelines, it respects your coding standards and conventions. This is crucial for businesses that are already established. You don't want to throw away years of development infrastructure just to use a new AI tool. You want something that makes your existing systems better. And that's exactly what Junie does. Now here's something that's going to happen over the next 12 months. The companies that adopt AI coding tools first are going to have a massive advantage. They're going to ship faster, they're going to build better products, they're going to reduce their development costs. The companies that wait are going to be playing catch up. And in today's market, playing catch up means losing market share. So here's what I recommend. If you're running any kind of business that involves building software, you need to start experimenting with these tools now, not next quarter, not next year. Now, start with the free tier. Get your developers familiar with Agentic AI, figure out how to integrate it into your workflow, because the businesses that master this technology first are going to dominate their markets. And if you're not technical yourself, this is even more important, because AI coding tools like Junie are democratizing software development. You don't need to hire a full development team anymore. You can build sophisticated applications with a fraction of the resources. But you need to understand how these tools work. You need to know what's possible, and you need to start building that capability into your business now. Now, here's what you need to do next. First, if you're serious about using AI to scale your business, get more customers, and save hundreds of hours with AI automation, you need to check out my AI Profit Boardroom. It's the best place to learn how to actually implement these tools in your business. We currently have over 1,000 members who are using AI to transform their operations. Second, if you want a free SEO strategy session to discuss how AI can specifically help your business get more leads and customers, there's a link in the comments and description to book that call. Third, we have a complete SOP and process inside the AI Money Lab showing you exactly how to implement tools like Junie in your business. There's a link in the comments and description with over 100 different use cases. You'll see how we show a checklist of 100 different tutorials that we give away as freebies every day inside the school feed. You can get all the video notes from there and all the other training materials in the AI Money Lab. On top of that, we have over 19,000 members because people want to be part of something bigger than themselves. The bottom line is this. AI coding tools like Junie are not just the future of software development. They're the present. The businesses that figure this out now are going to have an unfair advantage over everyone else. And if you're not thinking about how to integrate these tools into your business, you're already behind. So that's Junie from JetBrains, the new Agentic AI IDE that might just destroy Cursor and Windsurfer, but more importantly, it might be the tool that gives your business the competitive edge you've been looking for. Let me know in the comments what you think about Junie and whether you're planning to try it out. And remember, Julian Goldie reads every comment, so make sure to share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you in the next video where we'll be diving into even more AI tools that can transform your business.